So, once again, best prospects in the future: manufacturing, distribution, data centers, and renewable energy.
You want to take those one at a time?
Sure. Seeing all the supply chain issues and the chaos over the last year, there's been a lot of talk of people pulling back offshore manufacturing and coming back to the States, made in America.
That was kind of the goal of the last administration, was to sort of bring things back to the States and have more manufacturing in the States. But as we've seen, it's kind of a half-assed attempt at it right now. And
more just assembly in the States.
I like the idea of bringing manufacturing to the States, but it's going to be incredibly expensive.
It will come back with automation. So you won't see the same number of jobs. It'll be an automated form of construction or assembly of manufacturing. But that's good. Maybe create some new robotic industries in the States.
Yeah, it's always good to innovate.
So distribution. Well, that's pretty obvious.
Amazon and other e-commerce companies have really changed the game. That has caused distribution centers and warehouses to just grow exponentially.
Data centers too. That's related to that. Big data.
It seems like everything can go back to the big tech companies, really. It's Amazon, it's Facebook, it's Google, it's Apple, it's Microsoft. Those companies, they're running the world right now.
Who have they replaced? Who were the big dogs before them?
Well, you can look back at a history of the 5 largest companies in the U.S. based on market cap. And it's interesting to see, like, back in the...
like Xerox? Were they one of them?
I don't know if Xerox was, but it's like in the 1930s, like Kodak was one of the largest companies. It's pretty wild. And then you have like Sears and your early tech companies, your IBMs, your Ciscos, and Intel has come along. But now we're in this weird phase where we have just a few companies basically making all of our decisions right now. And those companies have things like cloud storage and Amazon Web Services, which is all data center related. That seems to be a growing construction niche.
Absolutely. I mean, every single app that you have on your phone, people think that they're no longer printing stuff, so they're saving the environment. They don't realize their digital footprint is much larger than what their physical footprint was.
I've always thought that would be an interesting video for you to make.
Absolutely, yeah, digital footprint.
Digital footprint and just the effects of building all these data centers all over the place.
The energy consumption of these data centers, and
also the idea of underwater data centers.
Yeah.
That seems very interesting.
And renewable energy. So we're going to see a second round of this big push towards renewable energy, and we're already seeing it. Carbon capture. So in 2008, I wasn't here in the States, but there was a lot of money invested in renewable energy. A lot of those companies failed, and all the cynics came out and saying, see, we told you so.
You want to know why that is?
MANBEARPIG?
No. You were holding on to that, weren't you? So you want to know why that is? Because in 2008, oil prices were the highest they've ever been. Here we are in 2022, oil prices are at a 7-year high, and they don't seem to be slowing down. We need to be looking for alternative forms of energy. Unfortunately...
See, this has come back to procrastination. We knew we were going to have to, but we wait until oil is expensive again to actually start looking at all these other alternatives.
It's kind of like someone working in their cubicle. Like, they're sitting in their cubicle all day and they're working. They're just sort of getting by until the boss comes around. Then they finally actually get that work in.